Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean in 12 and Get Lean in 12 coach Dan Kill Mode Long.
Hey everybody.
And inside this video we want to talk about how to create synergy for faster fat loss plus portion control guidelines for food that will help you improve your insulin sensitivity. Type 2 diabetes is an epidemic, and inside this video we're going to talk about combinations and portion control that can help you control your insulin sensitivity. But the one thing that you need to understand is that you must create synergy with your diet and your exercise program. And Dan and I have a philosophy, we call this the Get Lean in 12 Synergy Triangle,
right,
that it's not cardio that's going to give you results,
no,
and it's not diet that's going to give you results,
no,
and it's not weight training or resistance training or body weight training that's going to give you results.
no.
It's the synergistic effect,
right,
of all three of them working together. And you can see here that I have an apple in my hand. And the reason I'm holding this apple is because I want to drive home a point. Most people, when they go to lose belly fat, there's two common things they do. Excessive amounts of cardio, which can be bad for your metabolism. Moderate amounts of low intensity cardio are fine. The other thing that they do is diet really hard. They just do those two things. So if you have an apple or a pear-shaped body, and all you do is diet your butt off and do a bunch of cardio, you're just going to be a smaller version of this apple or pear when you're done. So instead, you have to have weight training in the equation. I think that's the thing that most people miss, especially women. They think they're going to bulk up.
How many women have you seen in the gym and or one of your friends and they say exactly what Sean's talking about, right? I cannot seem to lose this shape. I cannot get thin. I cannot get rid of this route around my belly, right?
Oh, skinny fat.
Which is skinny fat, right? I mean, a lot of, I know you ladies out there want a flat tummy, and I know you guys out there want a six-pack. This is the way, okay? And this is the way to become the person who you want to be. So listen what we're saying here, okay? This is very important.
The thing is when you add weight training into the equation, your metabolic rate increases for hours afterwards. So it's one of the great hidden secrets of weight loss is adding in, intense weight training into your equation, because then when you lose weight, now you'll have lean, sculpted, sexy muscle to show when you burn off the goo and you get into the ideal shape. And then Dan wants to talk about portion control guidelines for insulin sensitivity.
Right, so portion control, everybody, this is the simplest and easiest way to be able to know when you go to eat that next meal if you're eating the proper amount. So it's called the hand, fist, and thumb method. Very simple, okay? This thumb right here, your thumb, you go to the end of your nail and you see that little part right there. This amount right here should be the amount of fat that you consume in a meal, okay? No more than that. Should be nothing more than the thumb. Then you have the fist, which is the total amount of
carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates are important, but when you have your fist, my fist is bigger than his fist, a little bit, not much. Yours is probably gonna be a little smaller, it could be a little bigger. That's a good way to be able to portion out your carbohydrates. And then the last would be your palm. You look at right here where your palm is, this is the amount of protein that you should consume. So think about a steak, think about a chicken fillet, right? Think about whatever piece of fish, whatever it is you're eating. If you use this portion control method, I promise you, you will not be an apple and you will not be a pear.
You also control your insulin sensitivity. So a couple things to drive this home, what Dan said. Make sure you're balancing your meals. Don't ever eat a starchy carbohydrate or a ripe fruit by itself. Try to avoid that by always including a protein in every single meal. Of course, you can have veggies anytime. Veggies don't make people fat, obviously.
Protein burns more fat.
So
remember that.
And then back to what he was talking about too, is obviously you have to make healthy choices. So the protein is more like about a deck of cards. Remember fats too, he's talking about this thumb, right? Fats yield 9 calories per gram. Carbs and protein only yield 4 calories per gram. So there's over double the calories in your friendly fats. So although these are friendly fats and they're great for you, things like nut butters, raw nuts, coconut oil, all these things are amazing for your health. But most people abuse the portion sizes of them, and what ends up happening is you take your body out of a calorie deficit. And also remember, you don't have to count calories. That's the take-home message with the portion. The fist, palm, and thumb method is all about not counting calories.
You don't need a portion belt, okay? You don't need your Sharpie marker. You don't need your zip ties. You don't need your baggies and your little scale. You don't need that. Portion control with your fist.
Exactly. All right, so I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to check this out. As a free gift, for watching this, somewhere around this video, you'll see a link to click or tap, and you can download our free report called the Over 40 Stubborn Fat Sequence. And inside this free report, you're going to be introduced to a 12-minute metabolic protocol that's specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people over 35 years old. So if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you must move differently than younger people. And in order to do that, you have to use the right movement patterns, the right intensity levels, and the right rest periods. And this free report is going to teach you exactly how to do that in 12 minutes, a few times a week. So thanks for watching this.
And we're living proof that you can do it because we're both over 40.
Right. So
Thank you.
keep
everybody.
going strong.